My first guest is someone you all know, a gentleman who does not need any big build-up. He has been a major figure in the entertainment business for many years. As a matter of fact, tomorrow night, he celebrates his 25th anniversary in show business, and he'll celebrate it on another network, as lots of people seem to do. Anyway, that'll be at 9:30. It's a 90-minute special tribute to this gentleman and his achievements as an entertainer. It's a great kick to have him here. Would you welcome Johnny Cash?
Well, they used to call me Rockabilly. All of us ran through. When Elvis opened up the door, boop, bop, a la, bam, boo. I didn't ever play much rock and roll, 'cause I've got so much country in my soul. Oh, but I am a different man for loving you. And I take a shot at what you ask me to. And baby, I will rock and roll with you if I have to. Avenue. Charlie, Jerry, Carl, and Roy, and Billy Riley, too. A new sun rising on the way we sing. And a world of weirdos waiting in the wings. Oh, but I love you, and though I'm past 42, there are still a few things yet I didn't do. Baby, I will rock and roll with you if I have to. True-to-life story. Johnny Carson, thank you so much for asking us to be on the show. It's really a pleasure after all this time to be back with you. And we'd like to do a song that we're just going to release this coming week, a kind of a patriotic flag waver, and I believe the time is right in this country for a little old-fashioned flag waving. See, I do it too, Johnny. It's called The Song of the Patriot. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. I love Mom and apple pie and the freedoms that we all enjoy across this beautiful land. I've worked hard and I'd fight hard for the old red, white, and blue, and I'll die a whole lot harder if it comes to where I have to. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And when I see Old Glory waving, I think of all the brave men that have fought and died for what is right and wrong. And when I see Old Glory burning, my blood begins to churning, and I could do some fighting of my own. I don't believe in violence, I'm a God-fearing man, but I'd stand up for my country just as long as I could stand, 'cause I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And I enjoy the liberty of being what I want to be and achieving any goal that I can. I was taught to turn the other cheek, but Teddy used to say, walk soft and pack a big stick, but never walk away. And I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And when I see Old Glory waving, I think of all the brave men that have fought and died for what is right and wrong. And when I see Old Glory burning, my blood begins to churning, and I could do some fighting of my own. But I love all my brothers, and I'm proud of our birth. We've got the greatest country here on God's green earth. And I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man.
Want to do this right away? Do this commercial, then we'll be right back and talk with John a while, and then June's going to join us. Thanks, Al. And your wife, June, is... Let me tell them about our first meeting.
Good.
I have not seen you for a number of years since you were on the Tonight Show back in New York. And the time before we met was 25 years ago, almost this year.
Yes, it was.
And it was one of those strange... Little did we know what would happen to either one of us at that time. I was doing a show for CBS, I think it was 55 and 56. And the show went off the air, and I had no job. And I went back to New York to do a show called Who Do You Trust, where I met Ed. And I had bought a house out in Encino on Havenhurst Avenue.
Right.
Does that sound familiar?
Right.
And it was the first home I had ever owned in my life. And I mortgaged everything I had to buy this house. And it was, I can still remember the price. There are certain things in your life that you always remember because it's kind of a turning point. $42,000, which was a lot of money in 1955. And it wasn't a particularly large house, but a nice, comfortable house. So I went back to New York, and they said, we have a buyer for your home. And I said, who's that? They said, Johnny Cash. And I said, well, who's Johnny Cash? Well, he's a singer. You came in and you bought the house, and I think I'd put the swimming pool in, and you must have bought it for less than $50,000, right?
I did. I bought it for less than 50, and it was 58 or 59 that I bought it from you.
Right. Now, let me tell you what happened. Last year, I got from a real estate broker who knew that you would live there and I'd live there, the listing on that house. It was up for sale, just to show you what has happened in 24 years. And the house, I saw a picture of the house, and it says, former celebrity's estate. Now, when I bought it, the guy didn't tell me it was an estate. It's like It's like a third of an acre, you know, where you say have room for yard. It was a little small. Former executive's home mentioned my name and your name, and I'm going to ask you to guess what they were asking for that house last year.
200,000.
Well, you went a little bit over. $177,000.
I was shooting high because,
Yeah.
you know, it's California, you know.
Never thought I could afford a $177,000 house,
either,
folks.
Johnny.
You remember that meeting?
I sure do. I remember coming into that house to sign the papers, and there
All
you
right.
were, and the real estate man, and we signed the papers. I think it was around $45,000.
Yeah.
And what we really liked about it was you had in the bedroom for the children.
My boys were very small at that
Your
time.
boys were small, and my little girls were small. And you had Mickey Mouse and clowns and all kind of cartoon characters painted
Right.
on the walls.
Right.
And the little girls just loved that. And we really had a nice home there. I loved it very much.
Yeah, but that was a fascinating story with
It was,
the way people's
yeah.
lives kind of intertwined.
Well, you got awfully hot there and raised the price of that house.
you living there might have helped too. What was your first singing job? Do you remember back that far? Your very first, what you might call professional engagement?
Well, my first, in 1955 is when I started recording at
Right.
Sun Records in Memphis.
Right.
And my first engagement of any importance to myself and my career was with Elvis Presley
Right.
at the Overton Park Shell in Memphis, and this was in August of 55.
Yeah.
And then it said down at the bottom of the ad, extra, Johnny Cash.
Extra.
And yeah, way down at the bottom in real small letters. And then Elvis hired me to, and the Tennessee Two, who were my band, the two guys,
Right.
to open his show for a series of tours in Texas and the Mid-South. And we worked with Elvis for about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, that must have been exciting years.
It really was.
You know, there's such a myth about the Grand Ole Opry House. I mean, that really is the home, I guess, of every major country western star. I suppose everybody who starts eventually hopes in that field to play the Grand Ole Opry House.
I think so. It's always a country boy's dream, I think.
Yeah.
And as a child, I listened to the Grand Ole Opry, and then when I graduated from high school, it was on the agenda of our senior trip, you know, to visit the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville and tour
Right.
the Smoky Mountains. And when I sat there in that audience that night when I was 18 years old, I knew one day I was going to be on that stage. It just had to be with all the rest of the country singers and musicians. And I finally made it in 1956. I was a guest on the Grand Ole Opry.
That's great to realize a boyhood dream, and to
It
say
really
someday
was.
I would like to be up there. You've gotten this question, I know, a lot of times, John, but country music, western music, bluegrass, folk, it's all kind of intertwined. But would you say that the kind of basis for a lot of that is gospel? It seems to have a lot of gospel origins.
Right,
in
I
it.
think so. One of the first groups, or first popular names in country music, was my wife's mother and her brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the original Carter family,
Right.
1927, 28, 29, 30. They were the top name in country music, along
Yeah.
with Jimmy Rogers, who came along a little later on, and then Gene Autry.
Yeah.
For a 5-year period there, it was the Carter family, Jimmy Rogers, and Gene Autry.
Right.
And the songs that they sang then, songs like Wabash Cannonball
Right.
and Wildwood Flower, which is probably the most well-known country song melody, or maybe any melody of any kind all over the world. We played Prague, Czechoslovakia. We played all over Europe recently, and the audience knows all these songs.
That's tremendous when you go to Europe and find out they're very current on what's going on back here.
They really, well, they hear them on American Forces Network and
Right.
BBC and Radio Free Europe.
Yeah. We're going to take a break, then we're going to ask June to come out and talk a little bit, and then we're going to do something together. So stay where you are. We'll be right back in just a minute. About the famous Carter family, I think we'd all like to meet your wife. Would you welcome June Carter Cash? June? Nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah. I understand you worked together, but at one time, working together before you got married, right?
Yes, we really were. I didn't work with him, you know, when I
Right.
first met him. I met him first, I guess, about 1956. I've been going away to school in New York City. I was
Right.
trying to be an actress, and I was going to dramatic school there.
Right.
But I was like John. I was in the meantime working with Elvis Presley now and then, and
Right.
Elvis kept dragging me into these little places to listen to. No.
Yeah.
No,
Explain
you-
this to your husband,
No,
will you?
no, you all have got it all wrong.
Yeah.
No,
all
I
do,
mean, you
huh?
know how they had little jukeboxes
Yeah.
everywhere, you know? Well, he kept dragging me into these places and playing the jukebox, and he kept playing a song called Cry, Cry, Cry. And I said, well, that sounds pretty good, but it was just barely boom, chicka, and it was only a guitar, an electric guitar, and a drum. I mean, a bass, that's all. It wasn't even a drum on that.
Yeah.
But Elvis could only tune his guitar if he could hear the first line of Cry, Cry, Cry. So I
That
said,
was a
well,
Johnny Cash record.
who is that? And he said, that's Johnny Cash.
Right.
So he kept, we kept working these tours, and I kept listening to this man, Johnny Cash. And I remember one night I had come home to the Grand Ole Opry to work. I worked there 17 years, but this was a long time before that, like 1956. And I'm standing I'm going to go on the stage, and this tall, kind of slim guy walks up to me with this nice little grin, and he said, hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Howdy there. No, it's down here. Hi, I'm Johnny Cash. You gotta get way down there. Right, way down. Gotta have that vibrato. He's got a vibrato you could throw a cat through when he gets those low registers. And so you said, my God, I've met the man.
And I met him then, but you see, life changes a lot. Like you all have changed a lot since
Yeah.
you lived in the same house.
Right.
At that time, I was really married to somebody else, and he was too. Only I was separated. Only I was living in New York. Only he wasn't separated, and then it was a mess.
I know those problems.
No.
You're talking to the man who can understand that.
Got it all mixed
We got
up.
that all wrong,
You
too, huh?
got it
Oh, I
wrong. See, I didn't see him again for a long time.
Oh.
I just saw him kind of passing through. I don't know why we didn't work together. It was probably a lucky thing.
Yeah.
But we didn't. He kept going his way, and I kept going my way. And I'd work show dates over here, and Johnny Cash would work show dates over here, but I always thought he was kind of nice, you know? Yeah.
So,
But he just kept on...
so how'd you finally get together?
Believe it or not, it's going to take me a while to tell you. I wish you'd quit staring at this. It's not going to fly away.
No, I think it's very pretty. I like it.
No, and I don't want anybody getting on me about this either, because I've got its head wrapped all the way around here, and as soon as the show's over, it's going to fly
The whole
away.
thing goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
No, honest to goodness, at that time, I didn't really work with Johnny Cash until December 1961, and we did a show together in Dallas, Texas, and I had 2 little girls, and I was working about 10 days a month, and it was a very nice show that we had together. I enjoyed working with him, and I really was a fan of Johnny Cash's. And his manager, Saul Holliff at the time, and John talked about maybe speaking to me to see if I would work some of the shows with them starting in 1962. And so they bought the 10 days I had every month, and it saved me from trying to get my own 10 days every month, which was kind of hard. That's all I worked because I wanted to stay with my kids, you know. So I started working with Johnny Cash then in 1962, and we worked together for a long time. We fought a lot in the beginning because he wasn't quite the man that I married, the Johnny Cash that I started
But
working
Elvis
with.
tuned his guitar too, right?
Yeah, that's right. But-
So how'd you finally get together?
Oh, it took us a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that impression. It took a little while there.
No, it really did, because you see, it was a shock to me, because back during that time, Johnny Cash was really a great entertainer. I've never seen him when he didn't do a wonderful show, but back during that time, John was kind of mixed up. He had a drug problem.
I knew him at that
you
time.
Might have,
Yes.
You knew he did one of your shows. You remember? It was a bad show.
Remember the group came on, and the group was a little mellow. I remember that night. Little mellow.
No, he's never done a bad performance in his life.
Yes, he has, honey.
No, even when
On the
you were
Johnny
messed
Carson
up.
show. On the Johnny Carson show in New York City.
He said, well, you tell him.
What? Tell him what, honey?
That's the bad show you did. That's why we came back.
Let's get off of that and go on to something else. Let's get off of
You
that.
wanted to him tell about the bad shows. No, that's long gone.
Well, that's all over with, because see,
Right.
we're back. It only took 18 years.
Right.
And so, actually, We fought a lot in the beginning because my mother, well, you see, I was raised with this very
You're going
Puritan.
backwards. You're going
I can't
backwards.
help it. I have to explain it to you. You want to know how we got together? It's going to take me a while, and you should have known better than to get
Can I
me
ask
on
you,
this
certainly?
show.
I'm sorry, June. So you were born where?
You see? I was born right near Mother Maybelle.
Right, Mother Maybelle.
No, I was born in Virginia, but I'm going to try to get you where you're trying to get me
Okay.
to faster than you ever thought I'd get there.
Okay, all right.
You see, now you've got me doing it.
No.
No,
Anyway, you're working together, and
we were working together, and
together.
we fought a lot
Fought a
because
lot.
John was messed up, and he wasn't really quite doing the kind of shows I thought he should. And to give you a little, you want a little example? Well, we played a place.
Glad this isn't a new hour show. Well, we got plenty of time, really.
I thought somebody would have warned you about me.
Oh,
by
no,
now.
they told me nothing. I find this.
didn't?
Oh, no.
Well, okay.
They said June is very reluctant to talk, and you'll have to draw her out.
But first,
No.
We have to do a commercial.
Well, But
Yeah.
first wants his commercial in.
Yeah, we'll do the commercial, and then we'll come back and find out how you two first met.
Okay.
We'll be right back. So anyway, after all these trials and tribulations, he finally said, "Let's get married."
Johnny Cash straightened himself up really, and he proposed to me on the stage in front of about 7,000 people in London, Ontario, Canada.
Really?
Yes.
That's really romantic.
It
A
was.
lot of witnesses.
A lot of witnesses.
That's hard to back out of when you've done.
Scared me to death.
Yeah.
I kept saying, "Shut up." And my mother was there, my sisters and the Statler brothers, and they kept saying, laughing at me, and I couldn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. And he just stood there and looked at me and grinned
Yeah.
until I said something.
And you said yes.
I said yes.
Yeah, good. Well, that's. Now that you're married to him, June, before you do something together, answer me. Tell me this. Now that you're married to him, do you call him Johnny Cash, or do you occasionally you call him Johnny?
No, I never call him Johnny. I call him John.
John.
Yeah, John.
Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you. You're a lot of
Thank
fun.
you. Well,
really.
so are you.
Yeah. And, tomorrow night at 9:30 is a special, but we'd love to have you do something together before you go. Would you?
That'd be great.
We'd love to do it. Thank you.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a Pittsburgh sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Honey, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your head. Go play your handy hoop, talk and make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go Jackson. Go comb your hair.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
See if I can.
I breeze into that city, people gonna scrape and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. You turn loose on my coat. Honey, I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. Well, they left that shoe in Jackson, and I'm dancing on a ponytail. They'll lead you around town like some scalded hound, but you're tailed up between your legs. Yeah, go to Jackson, you big talking man.
Oh, you big talking man.
But I'm waiting in Jackson. Got my Japan
Well, now we got married in a fever, hotter than
we're going to Jackson. Ain't never coming back. Honey, we got married in a fever. Woo! Oh, man.
Johnny Cash, June Carter Cash. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with James Coburn.